Hi guys, welcome back to Whiskerwood. Thankfully, there's been a couple of updates, which is going to make a few things a little bit easier for us. One of those updates, hopefully, is not here. I don't actually know where it is. But, naval ships. Okay, so it requires a raft dock schematic. This is massively important for us, and we're going to see just if we can get anywhere near it. So we'll go load all this stuff up. We get rid of some trinkets as well. They don't actually have a use for us. And we'll use some coal. There we go. And we'll send it off exactly 100%. But yes, what is useful for us is this navy and ships thing. If my understanding is correct, what that will do for us is, if we can find it, there we go, raft dock over there. Basically, it lets us build a little bit of a dock where our little mice can go to the dock and then they can go paddle across the sea to another island. And you don't need anything there other than to place the little raft docky thing. It is an auto place item, so you don't have to have any building materials or anything go into it when you place it. I imagine it does still cost, don't get me wrong. But when you click and place it, boom, you're done. You're good. So that's going to be massively helpful. So we'll try and work towards that. We'll take a few little micey mice and see where we get to. Okay, so this is the next thing. This is what it has given us. Let's just choose one. Table salt is good. It's a recipe in the sifting tower. I don't think I've got that yet, but it's worth looking at because the others are just basically cut stone and planks, which cut stone is fine. Planks we could do with a little bit, but we're doing all right wood-wise. So we will take that table salt recipe, and that also unlocks the sifting tower. Handy dandy. Right. Oh no, sifting tower. Yeah, of course, this is the sifting tower, isn't it? Yay! So it's currently producing fuel, but we can change the recipe to produce table salt. And table salt, if I remember where it is, table salt is a good, there you go, it's a good catalyst to the smokeries. So how are we looking for fuel? We've got 41 fuel. So let's change the recipe. Go for table salt. I can't do that because we need rock salt. We don't have any rock salt. So we won't do that. We'll just carry on working, trying to get this bit of land filled in. Really gutted about this little pool though. That was a disappointment, but it is what it is. You live and learn, I guess. We'll come back to this place once we're all done. There is 3 mices without a housage. So we go underground here. There might be. No, there's not. I was going to hope that there was a little bit of room that we could build another house. Currently, not yet. Oh, there's some gold in them there hills. Not a problem. We'll get onto it soon enough, I'm sure. So that's kind of put the cat amongst the pigeons with that. What's up with that? Oh, our mining camps have nowhere else to mine. That's what they're doing. So what I was kind of doing is taking a big flat chunk out of this, wasn't I? Of course, I remember now. Just because. No real rhyme or anything else, but just because I just wanted a bit of space, really. And it sort of made a bit of sense just to square up this land here, just so that it all kind of, I don't know, had sections to it to some degree, I guess. Could, while we're here actually, just level this bit out as well. And then ultimately we can potentially have like slides and stuff. Don't know what they're doing. They're educating to craftsmen, so we might as well educate all these fellas. Get them going. We've still got 6 builders. Okay. We've got a few things that are disabled. So we turned this off because we were getting fuel by other means, which was the sifting tower. Right. I need this research to hurry up. It's going to get me a medium warehouse. Jolly good. And then once that's done, then we'll go to the raft dock. Let's speed everything up a little bit. How are we looking for wood? Lumberjacks, good. Cotton, berries, trees. Okay. Ready feel potentially we could get maybe another farmer up in here. I think that'll help out a little bit. And because we've got the mice now, it just makes a little bit of sense. Doesn't need to be connected to anywhere by road, so just put that in. Here we go, and then that can be built, and then we can just kind of overlap a few things, and yeah, job will be good. So I think I did fill this in under here, so I'll be intrigued to see if we can plant crops under there. I don't think we'll be able to, don't get me wrong. Yeah, because there's no sunlight, nothing will grow. Although I potentially could get some mushrooms under there, maybe. I think we'll go for some trees. No, we'll go all the way out. I know it won't necessarily get there, but we'll stick to remove rocks. It is what it is. It was good. Everybody's sleeping other than the 3 that have nowhere to go. So we'll get through this night and we'll come back tomorrow and see what we need to do. Day 69, eh? Really good. Get them powering through, I would hope. Are we looking down here? There should be a way, and I don't think there is, that we can say what to prioritize. That'd be really handy, basically. Because I get them to prioritize just a couple of these bits to mine out so that I could actually get a couple more houses in. That'd be really handy. What the hell? Supply ship has arrived. We had some weird growling noises going on. How are we looking for? Okay. machinery is good. It's 1,000 though. I'm going to get taxes turned up for a while, but I will take this. Now, it's a bit expensive. It's almost to give us a little bit of a chance for the future. Farmers we got. We got 2 farmers. Might as well get them bad boys in there. And everybody can help out everybody. Pollution's crazy. Medium warehouse is done. Right, so now we go back in here. Get this dock sorted. This is what we want. Get that up and running. Is there anything else jumping out at me? Just the wheat stuff, really. The stone how. The rest of it, not a problem yet. Heating stove. Ooh. Yeah, we'll get the docks going. That'll be fantastic. Yes, that was it, wasn't it? So up here, we were going to turn into warehouse thing. I remember now. So we might as well start with a medium warehouse. I'm trying to think, if I have them this way, then eventually I could get conveyor belts into the back. I'm not entirely sure how we use conveyor belts for these things, in all honesty. But ultimately, I could potentially get this whole row. Is that going to work? What's that? 3. Where's the warehouse? Yes, I could. Bang, bang, bang. All 3 across there. Do that. That'd be real good. It's just going to open up some room, basically, so that we're able to get loads of storage. Because if there's one thing that I always run out of, it is storage. So it's going to be handy to get a bit more going on. Planks. Oh, wow, another day done. I was going to say planks are looking good. We're nearly fully researched this dock thing already. So that'll be really handy come morning. Get that going and hopefully we can get it down soon enough. And look at them all coming up the stairs. So cool. Why does he look kind of red? Don't know. We've got slightly different tints to them. I've never noticed before. How we're looking over here. Getting filled in pretty well. Like I say, once we've got this up and running, this will be our industrial area. Great for us. Then potentially look to move in a few of these buildings back a little bit. That's like almost on the end. But we move him into there. Interesting enough, you don't see the white when it crosses the water. Don't know where that circle is, but it should be fine. Hey, here we go. So pause it for now and we'll go take a look, because there's loads of different resources on different rocks, like this stuff. Rock salt. This is going to be really handy for us, but it's obviously miles away. Iron ore, that's going to be good later on. This is our island that we're at, and it'd be nice to get resources that are kind of close. I also feel, potentially, this is going to be a bit of a mission, but to get up here would be really handy, actually, because it's like farming. So if I go in here, it costs... okay, so it costs rope, and it costs logs. So if we go... I'm guessing the red stuff is like where you can put it, maybe. Potentially, I don't see any other colour. What do we have around here? Iron ore. So yeah, so let's see. We need to try and pick the shortest, most useful distance. So maybe here versus... I need the fishy thing. Where's the fishy thing? L. Here we go. I wish I'd give you a distance as well. Be nice in our range. If we go there versus there, no route assign route to there, and that has also got an assigned route. Okay, it's got 1 of 5 rafts, right? And then we got to look at getting up. So there, yeah, that should be okay, right? And then we want a lumbers mill there, I guess. Oh, they're instant. Everything's instant build. Of course, that was really handy. So actually, we'll pause it while we still work this out. What am I looking for? Woodcutter and a forager. Not that it makes any difference, but we'll get some travel speed going on. There we go. So then hopefully we'll get some builders going across to that to do what they need to do. Whiskers, I'm feeling we don't necessarily need any right now, so we'll refuse all of them. Yeah, got plenty. People are just chilling. Reject all. But this place wants any overflows. Allow all. Let's just allow all for this one for now. Then I'll worry about the rest of it later on. Drop down here. How are we looking? There's a spot there. We can get a house in. So house. Okay. There must be something blocking it. No. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll get both of them in there then. We'll get one more in over. No, we won't. I guess there's a bit of something a little bit higher up, but we'll get those 2 houses in, and that will be massively helpful for us. The little ones that we don't have houses for. So what have we got left to build then? Just those houses now. And yeah, so let's have a look. So he jumps on his own little raft. So when another one spawns behind it, like yeets it across. You can't click on it to do anything. Click on it, just like dunks the poor little fella. But that is a long way. So in time, I guess what we would like to look at is, conveyor setup will be handy in the first place to get materials back across, but also, where's the rail stuff? It's down here. That makes sense. So where's the blast furnace? Somewhere around here. Bronze smelting. What do we need bronze for? I don't know. Elevator might be a way forwards. I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember, so we'll go wheat. Wheat makes sense. Because once we've got some wheat going on, then yeah, we're bound to have a little bit of summit. How are you boys getting on down here? Slow and steady. Why is nobody removing rocks? Also, why has nobody planted that there? Interesting. So what we can do, also cancel, gotta go this way. Fill that up with some trees as well. Now there's enough farmers that should be able to get this stuff. We should have a little bit more of an income. Wowzers, we're down on wood. Big time down on wood. So we've got one wood cutter up here, and at the minute, that's all there is. How are they looking for this place? I think this is just going to be the ache of them just traveling backwards and forwards. Got everything he needs. He's got everything he needs there, and he's going to have everything he needs there. Don't tell me that they're just arrived. That was a long paddle, and it's turned to night. Wowzers. Okay, so that's them with new jobs. I also feel we could be somewhat sensible about this if I think correctly, because there's, so that'll be enough for those two, and then I would like warehouse as well. Go for a normal warehouse right now, and then disable all input. Then when it comes to it, if I just make this logs and I make this berries, they should be able to live here and do work and eat and everything else. We'll have to see what happens there, but that's a long old way to go home at night. Especially with night about to end and them not even being halfway across the river yet. It's not cool. Poor little Missy's. Whisker's waiting. Why is there a Whisker waiting? Like, where are you going so late at night? What's happening? Are you trying to go to work? You are trying to go to work. No. Let's pick you up and put you back, shall we? Because where are you going? It's night time. Okay, he's just going to chill there. So picking him up, though, is going to cost me one of the little scrolly things. But I can get him across the sea a lot quicker. Which is only going to work, I think, if they're not carrying anything. What they're saying. So basically, the claws want me to put down some statues to scare my little mice. I'm not sure about that. I'll get just about 300 and something. Yeah, I get 377 off my taxes, which apparently I currently owe 1,800. I don't know if I'll get the schematic because I think I've got to buy the schematic. Yes, this thing. I don't have the schematic thus far, but what we can do is we will accept it. I guess it didn't give me the thing. How would it be? Decoration? No, it didn't give me the thing, so I've still got to research it anyway. That's annoying. I was going to research it in the hope that that would give me money off my taxes, and then I can always knock them down. I was just looking at the heat map, to be fair, to see if it was any warmer underground, and not really. No warmer than anywhere else on the land. A little bit disappointing. Hopefully they do put that as an update, though. That would be really handy. I need to tell them what trees to knock down. That's silly. Look at all those trees. Jeepers. And origin, priority, get the berries, my son. And get the flax while you're at it, I guess. There we go. That's got I'm doing something at least. We should prioritize this. Get the priority on the warehouse. That'll be handy. Oh, cool. I didn't realize you can fit more than one on the raft. That's not so bad. I mean, it's still slow, but the fact that we can take 4 is much better. Wheat cultivation. Hoorah. Good old smugglers. Hidey hi. Anything we can do for you? Not really. Not today. Not today. Dismiss the ship and away you go. Who's this? Whisker's ships. Yeah. So this is what we need, because we do actually need more. Definitely know that we need some farmers. We'll take a little bit of everything. That'll do. Refuse, Poodle Pip and Cheerio. We just need to get some of these builders going. I'm not sure if we've managed to build underground. We have not. Those houses are still there. Okay. So we just got to get that sorted out, really. I was expecting them to be done by now, but if we've got these extra little mice, they are going to be building, so it's a win-win, really. And what's next we look for? Conveyor belts, I guess, because we can always conveyor belt stuff across the sea. Might be costly to build it, but for a stone staircase, stone is fast. Let's go for the mill stuff. Let's stick down the wheat line. You know, it makes sense. They're all full. Cool. How's this warehouse looking? Our house do be looking chocker, so hopefully want to remove the smokery back a bit. Probably spin him round as well, just so that we can try and cram more smokeries in. We're looking for that. We can try and make a little bit more use of this land. Can I move this? No, I've got to completely dismantle it to move it. Okay, not a problem. They are cracking on with this pretty well, to be honest. I do feel we need to move this, though. Where should we move him? Can we move him this side? Not yet. There's no real space to move. I mean, but he just walked through there, so we can literally just move him here. There we go. Yeah, because he can walk underneath all the scaffolding. That makes sense. It reduces his distance to filling up. Same with these guys, really. Don't have an awful long way to go to do what they need to do. The mine shaft is gone. Okay. And I know those guys were digging out. They were digging out copper ore, weren't they? Sure, that was their job. Yeah. So basically, we just fill this little bit out of it. Hope that we're not eating into too much. Oh, Nelly. There you go. There's a big chunk of copper ore. Hopefully that'll keep them going for a while. Keep them busy. Sort this warehouse out so that we are taking berries, we're taking logs, and we're taking flax. Ooh, we got a rainy day. We are into fall as well, so it's going to be a little bit chilly this season. As we still got people, we've still got people working at the fire tendery thing. That's cool. That's something actually I need to look at, because I know down here is It's going to be a pain because, yeah, it's going to get polluted. I don't know if, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen to the pollution, to be honest with you. But if I put those two bits there, it's less than ideal because people are going to be coughing and spluttering with all the pollution. It's basically a big old sweat box where all the gases are going to sit, but I don't think it's an avoidable thing. I think you're kind of stuck. The pollution is going to be wherever. It's not like you can make tunnels or anything like that and it just go away. I was hoping we could look at the pollution levels, which, interestingly enough, doesn't have that great big plume of cloud that it had before. So we'll have to see what happens underground. We'll have to see. Supply ships are rocking up. Is there anything that we really need? Not particularly. We'll go cheap shipment. This little fella's hungry. Is there anything actually at this warehouse? No, not yet. Okay, gonna do his thing. That's cool. They're bringing the supplies across to build the houses. 2,000 taxes due. Jeepers. We still don't have the ability to research that decoration yet because we're currently researching the mill. I caramba. One house is built. 2 houses are built. 2 houses are built. 1 house, whatever. Currently got nowhere to sleep, as I'd imagine that guy. We prioritize this one and maybe they'll take the planks to that one instead of splitting them across the 2. Splitting them across the 2 is great, but it's just taking its time. It do be very windy. How are they getting on? They're getting on all right. Fires are made downstairs. There's lit. Why does there seem to be nobody very interested in destoning this thing? Are we that tight on farmers? Do I actually need another farm? I probably need another farm somewhere up here. That might be a shout, actually, in this corner to overlap, because at the minute that's trying to deal with all of this stuff. That's trying to deal with not a lot. That's trying. Can we move him? Potentially. Well, we can't move him. Damn it. Because all I'm thinking is if I can get a farm up here, obviously not that way, but you know what I mean, here somewhere, but up, yeah, he's gonna be able to take control of a lot of stuff around him. Potentially we can maybe get rid of this one who's not got that much of a squircle, because these 2 will cover the circles. That might be where we go. People are hungry. Why are people hungry? They've got plenty of food, or they should have plenty of food. They have no cooked fish. I definitely need to get a few more of these in then. They're also farmers, they would be. So this place should be demanding fish at all costs. This is where this is picking up from. Because that's what we're saying, like, yeah, that's not picking up fish if there isn't any fish. So that's why there's no cooked fish. Damn, the fish is going. There we go. And then he dumps a load of fish in there, and then these go, oh my god, there's fish, let's go get some fish. And then hopefully they'll leg it over there, get the fish to do the job. Yeah, that's the mill sorted. Right, now let's research this claws statue thing. Just wild, but it is what it is. We need to research it within 2 days and then get them built to reduce my costs. I don't know how practical that is. There's a whisker ship. Right, we need farmers. How many farmers have we got on this ship? 1. Awesome. So we'll take that farmer. I don't really know what else we need, to be fair. So we'll refuse everybody else for now. I don't know if we want to get rid of this or if we want to see if we want to keep it when this is done. It's a tricky one. Come on, boys, get that filled in. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, they're still not done. It is a big ask for them to go across this water with all this materials. They're doing their best, bless them. They are doing their best. Excellent. Taxes due tomorrow. We are definitely not getting this researched in time. 13. There's no reason why we don't. Just need them to research harder. The long and short of it. There's also a lot of not touching anything and letting them crack on sort of thing. How's this doing? That's got berries in there. Is this dude waiting to leave? Or what's happening? He was waiting for a raft, so we'll build a new raft. So that's got 3 rafts. What about this one? That's got 1 raft. There we go. So if we build 3 for 3, then everybody's good. We're not waiting around. That might help things. Didn't realise that was the situation. You have somewhere to stay. He does. Right, that's going to be changing because you're going to be too far away. He's any free bed. He's any free bed. Okay, so the only one of these Donnies has got somewhere to stay. So that's all to change. I am going to refuse that supply ship this time because I'm not needing it. And I also feel we swap this guy, if I find him, to work in here. So although we've not got rid of this, we have just like trimmed it down to only be 1 worker. That's not a problem. Live with that. That's so much stone though. It'd be nice if we could just pick the stone off the surface like farming is supposed to. It's not really happening. However, that has actually now helped that out quite a bit. They're actually doing what they need to do to that bit of treeage. This guy's still running around after everything though. Okay, there we go. Food's in a much better situation. We're good. What do they need there? They need farmers there as well. I need more farmers, definitely. The mine shaft has nothing to dig out. Are you kidding me? They've been busy. Moved it. Surprised that one's still got something, to be fair. So they have been crazy busy with the intention of this. Wait a minute. I missed something because this should all be mined out as well. There you go. So it mirrors. Everything should be somewhat mirrored. Why has that got a roof? No idea. It's fine. Once they've all hacked that away, we can whack 2 more houses in there and then we can run across that back wall, which I think we can do anyway, looking at it. Because I don't actually know how that's going to work, whether they're going to foul on each other. Are you allowed to do that and have two entrances that cross? Can we see it? Can we see it? I can put that way. Yeah, you can have two entrances that cross. Cool. That's going to be a load of housing, so that's going to help us get all of these underground. That's where we want to be. That's what we want to do. Ooh, yay. And I've got 9 seconds until the evening, and then I need to get these whiskers things in, but they're not going to happen because this research isn't going to be done in time. Ooh, is a house built over here? There is a house built over here. Lovely jubbly. Why are you not there? There we go. So that's 2. Yeah, cool. So they've got food and they've got shelter, all on their own little island. Meanwhile, this poor fella, let's give you a hand. Whee! Over here. He's still got to traverse the terrain for now. But then once he's done, once this is all up, oh no, set high priority. Yeah, sorry. Once he's in there and done that, then obviously he can be living and he can, yeah, go backwards and forwards to the house. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So that is 144 seconds. Produce 5 smoked fish. Does the fishery tell you how it's 21 seconds? 21 seconds, 2 fish. I need a fair few of these smokeries. Can you focus on this corner, please? Be really happy. Ooh, oh, smugglers. What are we offering? Same old, same old. Don't want to really give you anything, thank you. Dismiss. Pause. Can we get these decors down? How many? I needed 8, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A bit of land? There's a bit of land. 7, 8. Done. Woo! Quest completed. That's just knocked us off 377 off of this one. Jolly good. I'll pay this and then I'll rip them up because I noticed that they scare our little mice. You don't need them to be scared. Nothing good comes from being scared out of your skin. Look, intimidated. Oh, it's a speed's increased by 30% though. Interesting. Ooh, we got gold. Let's get at this cotton. That's the whole point of having it. Damn. Yeah, let's go shipment and falling a little bit more. Somebody's out of something. That mine shaft. Move the mine shaft. Where should we move him? Should we move him this way? So hopefully he gets a little bit more down that way. Bada bing, bada boom. So farmers. More farmers everywhere. Lots and lots of farmers, which we've got. Cool. And refuse the rest. How we looking? Nowhere near. Oh yeah, 14. So hopefully we'll get this built today. Will we get this built today? You guys got 10 planks between you? Ooh. I don't really want any of them. I want to re-roll. I mean, not much better. I'll go for this cut stone and planks then, if that's all we're going to be. None of those were particularly what we wanted, but you got to make do. I guess we now go to bakery. Get the bakery up there, and that will complete like the flour thing that we need. Maybe we can turn this island into a wheat production, actually. That'll be quite handy, because it's very green, and it's very exposed to the sunshine, so that'll be handy. Also, I feel we should potentially get this filled with squeaky little things so that we can put them in these houses, and then it will stop any randoms getting put in these houses. Like, this is a very purposeful island. Okay, so now we've got to look in here. You, sir, your house is now here. Where's the other fella? You're living here, and you're also living here, and now we're moving your house to be over here as well. There we go. So these 4 workers live on this little island and hopefully are a little bit self-sufficient. Got the guys getting the berries, and you got the woodworkers, you got the lumberjacks chopping down the wood. The only thing we don't have is a way to ship this out from there to there, or from here to over here anyway. At the minute, that is going to be something that we are going to be working on, obviously, but we just need to look at it for now. No storage. No storage for tin? Are we full? Our warehouse is full. Ooh, we're looking for this, and then we need to run that out, but also get another warehouse in there. Set that as a high priority. Yay, this is done as well. Right, food processing. Smokery, get that in, get multiple smokeries on the go, then we can get multiple tasty fish. Right, let's get rid of these claws things now, actually. Done enough scaring. Well, the ones at the top of the stairs are alright. Extra 30% boost to a little bit of our speed, you know, that's fine. First thing in the morning, get scared so you get running. It's not all bad. Genuinely don't know what to do about... Wait, is that? I was hoping to see that the pollution was actually running down that line. If the pollution was running down that line, we'd be laughing. It kind of sort of coming straight across this corner to where these ones are, though. So that's not very good. It's kind of coming straight across this corner, annoyingly. So pollution inside still follows the same path as... Yeah, pollution inside comes the same route as pollution outside. That's just not cool. Hello, Mr. Supply Ship. Do we need anything? Not really. We'll take a little bit of clothing. Jolly good. Jolly good. That's still hauling fish in. Yep. What are these boys doing? They're still pumping fish out. Can I move? I can't move the warehouses either. No. Never mind. It's okay. Once this is up and running, I will put these in here. demolish this, and then basically build another one sideways on. So then we've got 2 side by side, and over here storage is looking kind of full. We are researching a bakery. I could really do with a conveyor belt next. Is there an output hopper? It's something I've not seen. Advanced belt. Yeah, there's an extractor in here. Ah, that's annoying. So we'll have to do bronze smelting to get down to this. Oh, they want a better standard of living. Interesting. So we're going to have to potentially look at a lot more of this stuff than I wanted to. We should look into the fabrics and stuff in all fairness. I kind of feel that I've sort of done all I can do. Everything else is just a bit of a waiting game now, which is, yeah, it's my own fault. Don't get me wrong. Very poorly organised. All the houses are currently being lived in. That one is a spinner and weaver. What's he spinning? Ropes. Okay. Now then, what is it that uses rope as a catalyst? Rope as a catalyst for the sifting tower. Well, let's use it then, because that's going to help us get through some rope. How much rope have we got? We've got 105 rope. Yeah, for sure. Going to have an extra 25% output. Is that my understanding there? Yeah. Well, that's going to be good. Extra 25% on 21 items. This is nice. Fisher's using net. I don't have a net builder thing, man. He needs scissors. We need to potentially look at the scissors thing then. Sawmill also uses ropage, as does the stone cutter. Stone cutter also uses ropage. I'll get rid of a few ropes. I mean, I know he's paused, don't get me wrong, but realistically, we're still fine for cut stone. So until we're no longer fine for cut stone, I'm not going to worry about it. Go on, builders, build faster. Speed them up, get them hammering away. Then we've got 8 builders. This is your workplace. No, that's the wrong one. Smokery here. There we go. Right. Then we can demolish this, get all that stuff back, and then we can build another one. Bobby Davro, and potentially even a third, you know. Only got 1 farmer. What is the Fruit Loop in there? Fruit Loop in there is not a farmer, but we train them up to be farmers. What have we, where do I find, here we go, breakdown of what we've got. We've got 23 farmers though. We're using that. Why? We go look specifically at farmers. Fish and smokery. He's at school. No, he's not assigned. Cool. Not assigned. Wait, where's this woodcuttery? Woodcutteries don't use farmers. They use these things, of which we also don't have any. Lol. So is there any of these guys? Yeah, this one. So which farmhouse is that? Farmhouse does that guy just come from? That's a very good question. Oh, it's going to be this one over here. Yes, there we go. There we go. I don't know where they came from, but it seems that they weren't there a minute ago. Never mind. It's all good. All good. Bakery is donezo. Right, let's get on to researching. Hopper Smith will give us scissors. There was a few things that needed the scissors. We just go mushroom farm. Mushroom farm. See if we can do that little bit of land that's underneath. It's darker. We'll get that on the rope. Oh, hello. Whiskers. What we got? Farmer and Explorer. Naturally resistant to cold. So we'll take both of them. Oh, no more mine shafts available down here. I've got to really think about what I'm doing down here. Can I, want to potentially build up here? How can I build up this level? Hopefully that works. I don't really know. And if we move this one over here as well, I don't know. Don't actually know. I kind of, I don't know. Risking running into myself here. Right, next thing, farmer's tool, mushroom. Oh, that says it's bad for everything, but that's underground, surely? Guess not. But this is good. This is real good. Okay, so, so. Why don't we stop all this? They've already hammered away as quick as they can at that. Nice. Thanks, guys. Oh, the mess. Right, so then I need to work this out. So we need house. There. 3. Boom, boom. Okay, so that's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, which gives us a middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go this way and order this out, potentially look to have a few mushroom farms going in here. That is my kind of vibe. Are there? Potentially. So stick them both there, then they can go through that. What are these boys? Okay, so they're just digging out that. It is what it is. Problem I didn't want, but they're already at it, so it's fine. The rest of them will focus on this path, hopefully. Dig out all of this so I can get mushroom farming. Yeah, mine is on the surface, though. Get these fellas busy. Oh, they've also stripped out that. That's good. I can deal with that. That's fine. And all this is done also. Brilliant. Boom. So that is now a lot of people in there doing what they need to do. So if we say logistic, pick up from this warehouse. Same with you. Pick up from this warehouse. That'll be fine. I guess ask them also to set the destination to the same place. Then these are like 100% working from here. And what we can do is we can turn off berries as long as they've got fish. If this place has always got fish, then these are going to be fine. Chip's about to leave. No. Let's take some basics. There we go. Now you can leave. I really do feel we'll look into these belts though. And we'll move this there. That's gonna stop him. Yeah. He doesn't really have the loop for that. He's got the loop for that rock salt. It is rock salt. Ah, cool. So that's going to be handy. Very, very handy. That's awesome, actually, to find our rock salt on land, on our own land as well. Spot on. You also move brings him a little bit closer down towards this bottom edge. Beauty. So I'm looking for pollution down. Nothing's really saying anything in terms of pollution. Oh, mild pollution. There we go. Nauseous pollution. Okay, so we're not having much luck with them being underneath. They are getting polluted. I suppose the other thing actually is, yeah, I can't really see it, but that pollution doesn't actually have anywhere to go, does it? Is that how it works? Yes, it's staying trapped in there. Okay, maybe we do need to look at that. I didn't really think about that. Surprise. Oh, look at it. It's 100% down there. Ugh. So I sort of guess I need to take this out of here as much as we can. That is going to be interesting. How can I go about that? That's kind of priority because this pollution is going to absolutely fudge us otherwise. Yeah, I need to build little indents so that I can basically move miners' camps further down. I guess that's kind of cool in some way. I just wish there was a way to deal with the airflow so that we can push it down. We need to get somebody on that ASAP, really. Can we move you there? Are you going to focus on that bit down there then, or what? Because it'd be really handy if you did. Something we've got to keep an eye on. What ship have we got here? Smugglers, that's fine. We don't really need anything from the smugglers. How are these guys looking? They've got plenty to do. In fact, what we could do as well, just join that up a little bit. Yeah, these poor fellas are going to need a lot of help down here. They're probably going to die down there because of the pollution. What we'll also do, if possible, move him over here, get more on it. Yeah, the more that we've got mining, the better off we're hopefully going to be. But for sure, they're right that it's not great down there. Interesting. Why is this not got snow on? Also, these fellas are going to get cold over here. The warehouse isn't maxed out. Do we have... It's somewhat warm. Good. Mine shaft is not got anything to do, so we can bring him over here and hopefully eke into this. I am looking at that thinking we probably need to do this one and bring it this way because it might not reach that furthest one at the back. We'll see. And then in the ideal world, why isn't this on? Oh, he's just outside. I forgot the Pendry thing had a reach. Never mind. Move it. He's on still. Need to be on still? No, we could move it the other side of this. I'll probably put him in the right spot. Put him there. He's still in reach of everything. Awesome. So there's also a lot of free beds downstairs. So we can do is actually get rid of these places. Everybody's still gonna have a place to live, which they do. There we go. This is what we did this one. Also, we can actually move this one in here and then move this one over here. They can start to like absolutely batter away at this stuff. Wow, that's good. Hoping they have a little bit more reach than it does. It'll be all right. Start to clear everywhere up a little bit. At least the fires are in over here as well. So this is gonna keep all these guys relatively warm. Yeah, they're nice and warm in the house. Work is also... That one's not. Say work is also somewhat... It should be. Come on, be unfair. So the horrible thing is... I don't know how well this pollution is going to drift. I've just lit this other fire as well, which was potentially a bit dumb. But all that pollution got to drift down here and find its way out here. I'm also intrigued. So it's 89 at the top. So it doesn't really matter. So it seems like it's very square, if that makes sense. So it's the same down on the ground level, 88.89, upper levels 89.90, upper levels 89.90. So yeah, it doesn't matter height-wise where we're at. It's still the same pollution level. So I don't know if digging it out and open it out to the elements is going to help it at all. Trying to understand the pollution, how it flows, is it's proving tricky because we're trying to work out, does the gas get stopped by it, which is... yeah, problematic. I mean, the other way is if I just went straight. So in theory, then that's a hole. That's a chimney. It just goes dun, 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 dun. Whether or not it works is a bit of relief. Don't know. But also, if push comes to shove, we can quite literally put a mine elevator in there anyway. So it's not... That's not a wasted hole. So if we can get one that'll be handy. But yeah, all these guys down here are choking like mad. And it is doing us no favours. Here we go. Get a couple more of them in. Berries, orange, beautiful. Set all that up. I'm hoping... Oh, they have. They've done that all the way through already. Yeah. Wow. Obviously, it's not doing anything because... I guess potentially it needs to be right above the fire. I don't know. No idea. Wait, we could put one in as well. But that's supposedly that right above that fire. So whether or not that's going to help pollution, I don't know. But how are they getting on with the actual tunnel system? That's going okay. We need to move this like a little bit more this way. As for this one, there you go, just so it brings them a little bit closer this way. Sort of wish there was like a wire mesh system so that you could see as you go up like how things are going. Look at them all cramming down that hole. In terms of pollution, yeah, there's no pollution coming up the hole. There's an awful lot of pollution down it. They're doing their best to shift. Kind of wish move them over this side and they're not going to be in so much pollution. It's a bit dumb, I know, like, but if it helps reduce the amount of mice that are currently complaining about choking to death on all the pollution that they've got going on, in my head it's a no-brainer. Oops, sorry. Yeah, we've got nothing left to lose now. We've kind of brassed off everybody. Having said that, just seeing how many are not happy with these. I know it gives 30% work speed, but it's also minus 100. Oh, there's another one there. Minus 140 something. People being, happy or content or whatever it is. So we'll get rid of them because we need people to be a little bit more happy. And if we can achieve that by just getting rid of the angry claw statues, then to me that's as good a shout as anything. Okay, so now that. Right. Pollution is slowly rising out of the hole, maybe. It is. So that's gonna be another one we need to be mindful of. So I'm wondering then, if pollution does get kind of stuffed up by the land, can we force it to basically go up and over? Like, can we white on white is really complicated. But if we put a wall in here, I'm thinking that as the pollution rises up, it's going to hit this and go overseas, which means we'll have to, do some little bit of mileage to this lot just to kind of push it out of the way. But it's definitely rising. Definitely rising. Fly ship can go. We don't need anything. It's fine. But yeah, they're working on all of this, and it's doing something. I think it's capped at like 15% there, though. So it's just how we run it down here. That's going to be the savior. Or not. This mineshaft has nothing left to remove. Can we utilize him anywhere else at the minute? Potentially not. I'm going to go with no. We'll just give him more stuff to mine out. And 2 more layers up there. Can we see the pollution from a high? No. Only the stuff that we know is going to be polluted out here anyway. That was close. We nearly let these burn out. That would have been good for us at all. Good job we got to them pretty quick. Everything's looking good now anyway. Potentially, I think we can move this one. Move you to this fire tender, and then ultimately this can be destroyed. Hey, and so can they. And I guess realistically, so can these actually, which starts to free up a lot of space up here. Okay, so what are we getting too much of now? Because we're at total capacity on a lot of thing. Some rock salt going on. There's a lot of stuff in there. Oh, we got no craftsmen. Ew. I mean, we do, but our craftsman's in here. Get a couple of miners on the go, shall we? When we're ready, we'll sort that all out. It'll be fine. Gonna move this one. And move him to do this stuff up here. A little bit more cramped than I wanted it to be, but I just want to see what happens with this pollution. I want to sort of test the theory. Oh, no. What am I doing? In fact, I could do this way better. I could do this much better. Instead of putting it there, we just literally, we could very much literally just, so then it just boxes off the hole. Shows their entrance. Their entrance is that way. That's stick you there. Keeps you out of the way. Sorted. Move these fellas along, rather than having you sitting in the tunnel choking to death. Let's get you moved down here, and then crash this out towards the end. And then once they're out their end, the pollution is just going to wish away, right? Yeah, I think it is capped at a limit. Because there's nothing coming up that one, but there's 5% coming up this one. And then we get to the surface and nothing. So the holes are pretty pointless, but this pollution is making its way out. Okay, learn something new. You can sort of control, potentially, the way that it goes. I don't know. Is that just coral, right? Oh, interesting. And then just randomly some gold ore on the side of the dock. Don't really need anything again. Actually, how are we looking for? We do benefit from having some machine parts, though. Get out of it. Is there a craftsman? I'd love a craftsman. Pause work. We want a craftsman. There's no craftsman. Damn, we must have somebody who's a craftsman. Okay, we'll take them at the fire tender and we'll put them as the teacher. There we go, a little bit of one for everybody, I guess. So what is this? Have a population of 84 or above. We've got a population of 85. So, accept, done, completed, yay. Don't mind doing things like that. 5 mines without mines. So again, we'll look again this one down here to sort out this copper ore. Copper ore keeps going pretty well. Oh, we go copper ore. That's him sorted, hopefully, which potentially takes, conveyors. So that potentially takes that other mine that was next to it. You're not a woodcutter. Oh, you're the wood. Where do we need you to go? Let's move you up here. And there's also get that in there. Yes, go to wood in. There we go. And get all this stuff. Oh, that's on a different level. That's really confusing. You're fine. Once you put that around, it'll be all right. But we now have conveyors. Jolly good. So, what do we get with these conveyors? An input hot R, fat belt, lift, and a down. Send this one. So, what about, can we take copper bar? So, I'm just thinking, we can. That's handy. That is handy. Because then if we have that going up, can we build this? Oh, wait, let me build it. Yep. Oh, we're not liked. That's not a problem. Does not surprise. Conveyor. That's in there. And then we have a input hopper. Is it that? Whitelist. Smoked fish only. Let's do a size dropper. Only accept resources from industries if they have assigned this place as the drop-off. So, then if we set destination. Ooh. Okay, so set that as the resource gathering. And then logistics, delete, set as destination that. So they don't have to, I mean, it's bit of a, what they call a feckless task to some degree, because if they're going to go this way to pick up food, they might as well go this way to drop off food, if that makes sense, because ultimately, yay, this stuff's on the conveyor belt. Nice there. Yay, this stuff's on the conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt will put it in here, but they've got to come this way to get fish anyway. So it's almost like, what's the point in them putting it on the conveyor if they've still got to walk this way to get fish? I'm really intrigued why this doesn't have snow on the roof, but these do, because there's nobody here yet. Okay, yes, that's why it is. Right, he goes back into there. Why does he go back into there? He goes back into there to do work that he's not doing. Okay, so both of them don't go to fetch stuff? That's interesting. We'll take some more machinery. Okay, don't really know what's going on. I feel like it's something that I don't get. You up there. What do they need? Fuel? They've got fuel. They don't have fuel. They've got fish. They've got fish. This warehouse has fuel. Doesn't need to have logs though. Logs can go. Doesn't need to have requested stone. Stone can go. Doesn't need to have requested copper ore. Copper ore can go. Doesn't really need no. Does need to request fuel though. But is this where I find out? It's where I find out that they won't go to any warehouse to pick up fuel. They're literally just looking at that one because of how it's set. In which case, that'd be really annoying. They should really kind of, if they can't find the resource that they're looking for in the warehouse that they're looking for it in, they should be able to go elsewhere. That's how I'm looking at it. Refusal for now. Beauty, beauty. Right, there we go. So now they've got fuel. Okay, so yeah, it literally is a case of them happen to go to the warehouse that you tell them to go to pick up everything. Just slowed down the production a little bit. Makes sense. Annoyingly, it makes sense. Shouldn't make sense, but it makes sense. So this is what I was hoping for. So because he's unloaded the fish up here, he's able to go back. The rest of it's still working. Now that makes a little bit of sense. Ooh, one fetches, one works. Then when they're both in, they both work. Yeah, cool. And then we get cooked fish chugging along. Nice. Nice. So we've got all that fish, and none of it is particularly inbound here. How much have we got it set to be? Set to be 40 anyway. So if we set the fuel and fish to be 40, then we'll be laughing. We'll be cooking. We'll be cooking on gas. I let the fires burn out. Bugger. We'll be alright. They'll be fine. There's no more mining to be done around here again. So that's both of those. I'm just going to keep on eating into the side of this wall, to be honest. That's them both happy, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, so this is the other problem that we face. The way that it is to the water, it doesn't actually need to dig all that way out, Chokara, as well, you know. But what we will do, can't do that because that's going to capture it. Or, I'm going to need to fill it. I'm going to need to get my little spadey people, and we're going to... Oh, I can't fill over the top. You're mad. Slightly. So we're going to have to try and do that in order to have a way for the stone to get out. I think I've actually got to fill all of this in and then remine it out. That's not too annoying. Also, where's the pollution gone? Filling up this area, and it's just chugging away in this corner. I don't know. Either way, there's still a lot of people that are not happy with the pollution levels, and trying to do something about it hasn't really worked. So unless there's other ways around stuff, steam power, steam radiate, potentially that might be what we need to do. So that's a bit of a way off. The soup kitchen will be good for us because it's going to take berry. So we'll get that all up and running. We've done a lot, or a lot has happened, and I'm going to leave it there. So I hope to see you guys again next time. Take it easy, and bye for now. Bye, guys.